Hi, what's good, YouTube? My name is Eric, and this is my spiritual journey. So, it began in 2018, 2019. Generally, I'll say late 2018, so like around November. So, around this time, I was getting into chakra systems heavy. I wasn't per se studying different forms of thought, but I was heavily into like the chakra system, but I didn't really delve too much further deeper into it until like a couple years went by. So I would, display this interest by making clothes, making different type of clothes items, from beanies to jackets, and I didn't understand the connection or how deep the connection would be to what's going on today or in this time period. So with 3i Atlas, the interstellar object, for me, it started back in, I had a dream of what I believe ties to what's going on currently. So back in April 2025, I had a dream of, and I don't live in San Francisco or anything like that, but I had a dream that I was in a San Francisco like area, or an area where it appeared to be like that. Had the train coming up the street thing, or a trolley, whatever. So as I'm standing in the middle of the street, I don't know if I'm like transitioning from a car or whatever. I'm in the middle of the street, and all I know, I look into the sky, there's like it's clouds, but what's notable is that the sky is pink, it's also orange. So as I'm looking in the sky, I see this light being, and the light being is like, it's in the sky, arms spread out. I don't really want to say I saw wings, but it was just more like being of light. And as I'm looking at the sky, I get carried into the sky by like this mystical force. I'm just transported. Next thing I know, like the next blink, I'm in the sky, just floating. Like, but I'm staring directly at. It's like being a little bit closer. I'm obviously still farther away. So I want to tie that, fast forward a few months to 3i Atlas. I think that was a warning or a preparation for Christ consciousness to awaken, and tying into what's going on with the solar flares and the transmission that the sun and 3i Atlas were having an effect on us, to accelerate our ascension and our awakening, through, just it's important to keep up the good practices of meditation, making sure you're sound mentally, physically, and keeping yourself well, strong, as far as your sexual health and being well financially, or having balance per se. And just making sure you're, you know, obviously, you know, watching what you're intaking. But back to the clothes part. I didn't understand back then, you know, how that tied into today. Because I used to do I did like sun and the moon, which I put different mantras under the shirts for like special meaning to whoever, you know, wore the shirt. And then I did like DNA helix, but I didn't understand like all the like intrinsic of what, you know, what's going on right now. And this was back in like 2019. I remember doing like the whole DNA thing, but I didn't understand like the concept, and that's why I'm creating this video. Sometimes your purpose, or you know, something you're meant to do is ingrained through like this time loop, or you know, what's, you know, this time loop of, you know, what you're chosen to do. And those who understand what I'm saying will know, will resonate with this message of, you know, I have to protect myself as well. I've you know, with all the jewelry and all, but this is all protective metaphysically. Like I make sure that I'm good as well, but it's all I'm saying is new things are happening, and to look forward to it, and make sure to keep your spiritual knowledge up, because we're definitely going through a lot of spiritual warfare at this time. So it's important to stay spiritually protected, and make sure that you are good on mentally, physically, spiritually, and it's balanced, and you'll be on your way. So thank you for watching my video, and be sure to check in for